Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, bootleg shills, nutsley serfs, peasants, worshippers, disciples, zealots, fundamentalists. Today I want to do a little discussion that probably going to rankle a few tender souls out there, but I'm going to charge ahead anyway because I have a real problem with this, and that's fundamentalists. I'm talking about Christian fundamentalists and Islamic fundamentalists. And the ironic thing is this natural hatred that exists between these two and this time-honored tradition of Christians versus Muslims. My bottom line is they appear to deserve each other. So let's go down the list, shall we? So you have Christian fundamentalists who, of course, don't want mosques anywhere in their lands. And you have jihadi Islamic fundamentalists that don't want churches in any of their land. And then you have Christian fundamentalists who hate gays. And if they could get away with it, they'd love to string them up in lampposts. But the best they can do is just picket gay people's funerals. Even gay U.S. soldiers who have died have their funerals picketed. And, of course, Muslim jihadists, fundamentalists, they hate gays too. But, they can hang them from lampposts. And I'm sure, if Christians knew more about that, they'd have a lot more fundamentalist Christians knew about that, they would have a lot more admiration for their jihadi brothers. And, of course, to Christian fundamentalists, anybody that doesn't believe what they believe is an infidel and a blasphemer and deserves a quick death. And, wow, look at that. Islamic fundamentalists believe the same thing. All the infidels and the blasphemers need to be put to the sword. And of course, theirs is the only one true God. Christian fundamentalists knows that theirs is the only one true God. And of course, big surprise here, the Muslim fundamentalist thinks theirs is the only one true God. So, they can't both be right, right? And Christian fundamentalists, of course, want the church and state to become one. And they seem to abhor the fact that Islamic fundamentalists want the state and the church to be one too. And yet Christian fundamentalists hate the fact that there's all these Muslim countries where they let their religion rule their countries. Certain irony there. And then the Christian fundamentalists, of course, they want to, it's not enough for them to have the freedom to worship and to believe the things they want to, and have a country where their values are welcome and so are other people's. No, Christian fundamentalists, of course, want their views to be forced on everyone, and they want the state to be run according to their values and not inclusive or somebody else's values. Wow, look at that. Islamic fundamentalists believe the same thing. They think everybody should believe the way they do, and if they don't, they want to force their views on. And they think their government should be run according to their religion and not somebody else's. And so that's pretty direct too. Christian fundamentalists, they are completely supportive of a holy war, and they want to spread Christianity around the globe by the sword and punish all the non-believers like all the Muslim countries. And they need to be put under the Christian sword. And of course, no surprise there, the Muslim fundamentalists also support holy war. And oddly enough, they don't seem to want to spread it around the globe by the sword anymore. They just want to maintain it in their own countries. So on that one, they're actually maybe a little better. And then the bottom line is, of course, Christian fundamentalists look at the Quran as a horrible, horrible, terrible book that only instigates and encourages violence. And of course, the book is full of violence, and Christians love to point that out. But, then you have the Muslim fundamentalists. They see the Bible as a book that encourages and instigates violence, and they certainly have lots of historical evidence to support that. And of course, anybody that's read the Bible, particularly the Old Testament, knows that it's possibly the most violent book ever written. But, most Christians don't care to focus on the violent aspects of the Bible. They want to focus on the message of peace. And oddly enough, most Muslims feel the same way about the Quran, that it is a book of peace, and for the most part, the dominant amount of Islamic culture believes in a message of peace and wants to live that way. And they try not to focus in on the violent elements or the people who take it out of context. So, so I don't know. When I look down those two lists, and I pretty much have to say that Christian fundamentalists and Islamic fundamentalists are pretty much the same, and they deserve each other. So I think they should save us all a bunch of trouble and just go out in the middle of the desert and duke it out against each other. So most of the Muslims can stay home, and just the jihadis can go out, into the middle of the Gaza Strip or something. And then the Christian fundamentalists, we can get them all together and leave all the peaceful Christians, which is most of them, and they can go out in the middle of the desert, and then the jihadis and the Christian zealot fundamentalists can go at each other. That'd be fun to watch just for sport. But anyway, I digress. I'm a useful idiot. Don't you be one too.